Alright guys, so this is just a quick video of my rainbow boa setup. This is a 24 wide by 18 deep by 12 tall Terra. I have basically plastic wrap on top to keep it from leaking too much moisture out. And that's just a regular fluorescent bulb just for light in the cage. It's not necessary, but I do it because I like to see my animals. Some pieces of cork bark in here for him to hide under, as well as he can burrow down into the substrate, which is a couple layers. Oh, basically it's a mix of Eco-Earth and Zilla jungle floor. Sorry, there's a lot of reflection on the glass there. So that's what that looks like. And then there's a thin bed of damp sphagnum moss on here. As soon as my isopod population builds back up, I'll throw some of those in here too, which help keep down on waste and mold, things like that. As you can see, he's underneath here right now. The heat pad takes up about a third of the cage, mostly in this corner here and out. Let's see. He bit me earlier today. It was my fault. Usually is. So like I said, it's just a simple setup. Corner water dish. He doesn't really use it that much, but occasionally if he's getting ready to shed, he might get in there and soak for a little bit. But with these being rainforest animals, they definitely should have water all the time. There's a heat pad underneath this thing. You can see this cord right here going to the heat pad underneath. This is the probe that's mounted to the center of the heat pad. The heat pad is basically just it's 11-inch wide heat tape that is mounted to a 1/4-inch piece of acrylic that I have underneath the tank. Because of that, the heat tape does not make direct contact with the bottom of this tank. So to make up for that, where these guys should be around 85 to 90 degrees, I actually have the thermostat set at 95. That's a VE200. Usually I think run about $100, something like that. That'll make up for the little bit of insulation and space between the bottom of the tank and where he's going to rest and bask and try to get the temperature. I just turned this on about an hour and a half ago, and let's see, and it dropped a little bit in the last few minutes, but because I have the doors open. But you can see temperature wise, he's just under 80 right now, and that's up higher than where he is basking, or where he's hiding, rather, I should say. The humidity is a little over 70, which is pretty good. I don't really want it much higher than that because it gets saturated. But as I close these doors, let me show you one other thing real quick. You can see the red tape. That's a red 3M vinyl tape that's on top of this vent. That is to help stop too much airflow, along with the plastic on top. So, for those of you that don't know, humidity also helps your cage maintain a steady temperature. It's just like if you have a pool. In a dry climate, the pool cools off to whatever the air temperature is overnight. If you live in a humid environment, the temperature of the water stays more steady. Well, the same thing goes for your cages. So if you can restrict your airflow, increase your humidity, your temperatures will hold more steady, especially from a low wattage heat source like heat tape or a heating pad. Alright guys, I hope all that makes sense to you. If you have any questions, let me know. And this cage obviously isn't going to last a rainbow boa forever, but it'll last him probably another year or two. Probably another year, and then I'd say I'd probably end up moving him to a 4-foot cage, which should last him forever. Alright guys, hope you liked it. If you do like the video, remember, as always, share it, like it, post it, comment on it. Let me know in some way, shape, or form that you liked it.